everybody. It's time for the crew, and here they are, Mr. Bill Knowles, Miss Diva, and Miss Pauline. Yes, and more to come, perhaps. We'll see.
So we start off with some great news that your stations are taking off. I heard some wonderful news from Billy today that's it's going in many different directions, and it's picking up speed.
Might have a show that's going to get syndicated, I hope. We'll see how that works out.
This has been your dream, and it's taking off, and that is awesome.
Yep. My dream is really, that would be great to have a syndicated show, and we'll do it, but my main dream is a community radio station for Northern Virginia, and I want that to build, but this will help us build that. So that'll be good. Yep.
It's awesome that it's taking off, dude.
Fun stuff. Are you hearing me okay?
I am.
You guys are hearing me good? Good. Okay.
Yeah, I am.
Yep, fine.
I don't hear myself so good. It's part of the headphones. Anyway.
So I was having a debate with some friends of mine today. Who do you think has more girlfriends? Formula One race car drivers or European soccer players?
European soccer players.
You know, one of my friends are saying the same thing. I say Formula One race car drivers.
I don't think as many, dude. Formula One race car drivers. I don't think they have 75,000 people in the stadium rooting for them. There's a lot of people, but never 75,000.
Isn't race car driving pretty popular over in Europe?
Yeah, it is. It is. No question. There's a lot of people. There's thousands of people who follow race cars and stuff like that. I just think the soccer players probably. There's more players on the team. I don't know.
I would.
You know what? They probably both. They both get their fair share.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I always see some model on the arm of some Formula One race driver.
And soccer players, too. They're everywhere.
Exactly.
Interesting. All right. So we have a loaded hour here. I'm going to show you first this photo.
Yes.
You don't know who that is?
No.
Your daughter?
Emily Ratajkowski.
Okay.
Yeah, what about her?
Supermodel. Okay.
Yeah.
So just take that photo.
Okay.
So there was an article. Do you all know what non-fungible NONFUNGIBLE non-fungible tokens are?
No.
So apparently that picture is free to look at, but it's NFT sold for $140,000.
It's what?
It's NFT. It's non-fungible tokens. So the puzzling world of NFTs got even more puzzling to those on the outside looking in. A digital-only photograph of supermodel Emily Ratajkowski standing in front of a photograph of herself with a smaller, different photograph just sold at auction at Christie's for $140,000. So apparently, it's not like your typical poster anymore. It's these digital photos because these models are trying to take control of what goes out there. Like their photos can go out to anybody. Anybody can get them off Google or whatever. So it's not that the photo can be seen only by the buyer or even that the buyer can physically mount it in a frame, though one supposes the buyer can project it on a wall or screen. Right. It's the equivalent of the certificate verifying the authenticity of the digital file of the main photo is unique. It's really the certificate that cannot be replaced exactly by a copy, and that is worth up to $175,000 to somebody. NFTs have recently enjoyed a heyday. NonFungible.com, which tracks such sales, shows massive spikes through the first quarter of 2021 over the last quarter, with sales reportedly in the range of $2 billion.
Man, good for them.
And you can take a screenshot, but you don't own it, but you can look at it. So why?
It's like this whole Bitcoin. I still don't understand Bitcoin. You can't touch it. It's invisible money. But it's taking off. Like if I can't physically touch it or know where it's at, if it's just invisible, I would never trust it. I would never trust nor invest in it. And there was one guy in the NFL who recently got cut. He wanted his salary in all Bitcoin.
Don't get it. He got cut, so I can imagine he's a little bit nutty.
Yeah. One EMP and he's broke.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
This is all this blockchain stuff. It's really weird technology.
I just don't trust it.
I'm not a big fan.
I need
Nice
to feel dollar bills in my hand. I need to feel coins in my hand.
I mean, I like using I can use my credit card. I don't have any problem not having cash. I never carry cash because I'll pull it out of my pocket and it'll fly out of my pocket and I'll lose it forever. I like your shirt, by the way, Amy.
No, I've had to go through several blockchain meetings and planning sessions and presentations, and every time I watch one of those, I think at the end, the emperor has no clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
All invisible. It's all imaginary. It exists only on some ledger somewhere.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Electric digital ledger, not even a paper ledger.
Right.
It exists on a database server, probably in someone's basement. I mean, it's crazy.
It's interesting. Which leads me to what's that one article? You guys remember going back to AOL, right? The AOL days, the dial-up, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft is finally getting rid of its most hated product. What do you think that is? Some dog just went.
That was Amy's.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What Microsoft product do you think is the most hated?
Microsoft product?
Mm-hmm.
What is Windows 10? Or no, Windows.
No, 7 XP.
XP.
Yeah, Windows XP.
Windows Vista stunk, but Edge stinks today.
The end is finally near for Internet Explorer, one of Microsoft's most reviled products that refuse to die. Microsoft announced this week that it will end support for Internet Explorer 11 on June 15, 2022. That final nail in the coffin came after years of flirting with IE's demise. For example, in August of 2020, Microsoft turned its back on IE for its own products. Workplace chat software teams stopped working with IE last fall, and its 365 apps, including Office, will no longer work on IE by midsummer 2021. One of the most used web browsers, IE, had been on a steady downward trajectory for nearly 2 decades. You know what year it debuted?
Wow.
2003.
1995.
Damn it. I was going to guess the 90s.
As a part of Windows 95, and this shit goes way back to my parents' big-ass hard drive, big TV screen in their office, and all this dial-up as a part of Windows 95 and became an instant hit. But it is now going away. Not that I even use it anymore. I think I use Chrome at work for most of my stuff.
I use Google for almost everything. I use Google Documents. I use Google Spreadsheets, and I just use Google. I mean,
do you guys ever get frustrated
with my computer? I don't care.
Do you ever get frustrated when you have to set up a new printer?
Not so much anymore because the printers are pretty. Which one did you have to set up? Where did you have to set up?
My printer, I had an HP that on Monday died. One of the print drives had failed, and it said call HP support. I don't have time to call HP support. Whatever.
Printers cost $50.
Office Depot for $300. I got an Epson, so I had it all set up. I got the printer set up to the computer. I could print, I could not for the life of me get the stupid scanner to work. And I'd been messing with it for 4 days trying to get this scanner finally set up. Finally, because I scan,
Pauline is the expert at all that. She's the one that helps all the teachers.
Had I known that, I would have done that because I scan invoices for work and stuff. But today, I finally got it resolved. And I'm like, it took 4 days to get that stupid thing resolved. Yeah. But the printer did. I mean, I've been there 4 years, and it was probably 4 years before me. So that thing's been there for 8 years, and it just died.
Yeah,
so it had its life.
I need to get a printer in here actually. So
yes, you do.
I do.
I finally got an all-in-one scanner, printer.
That's the Epson. That's what I have. But I had to get everything all set up, and it just took time to get all that because I don't really have an IT in my office, so it's like my dad has an Epson too. So I will now call Paulie in the future if I have to get it all set up.
And if I can't do it, my son can.
Okay, I appreciate that. You guys know who Tim Tebow is, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know his latest thing that he's doing?
Yeah, he's tight end. He's being a tight end in Jaguars.
He signed for Jaguars. But online, there have been people just
I know.
hating on him for what he's trying to do. I'm like,
They hate
why?
on him because he's a Christian too. He's an outspoken Christian also, and a lot of people hate on him.
He's
for that.
he's like one of the nicest guys you will ever meet.
Genuine.
Doesn't have an attitude. You generally want. When I saw it come out, I'm generally going to root for the dude. I'm actually going to hope he just proves people wrong.
Bill, have you seen his wife? You always talk about wives. Have you seen his wife?
I talk about what? No.
Dude.
Okay. But him at 33, I would love for him to prove people wrong. I mean, people said Doug Flutie would never amount to anything. And the guy is in the Canadian Football League Hall of Fame at all of 5'2", 5'3". I mean, the dude, because he said he wasn't tall, said he would never go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, after working out with the team and seemingly catching the eyes of certain members of the staff, Tim Tebow was signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He'll join the team Thursday in Phase 2 after signing the former first-round pick released a statement. He said he wanted to thank everybody for supporting him. He knows it's a big challenge, dedicated to taking the direction of the coaching staff and learning from my teammates. I appreciate everyone's support and embark on the new journey. Now, my only thing is he took a knee at the national anthem and didn't get any flack. Colin Kaepernick took a knee as getting flack. I don't get that. Why?
He took a knee during the national anthem?
Tim Tebow took his during the national anthem back in the 2000s. One of the games he used to take a knee before the game.
But
he
prayed before every game.
He was kneeling in prayer and respect, not disrespect of the national anthem. And saying
he's kneeling. Doesn't matter. He's kneeling. Colin Kaepernick kneel. Why is Colin Kaepernick?
Okay, I don't think Tim. I don't know this for sure, Bill, and I'll take your word for it. I don't think Tim Tebow. He would come out and he would kneel after the national anthem because he prayed.
Maybe he did.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna root for
the thing is with Colin Kaepernick, that was all media, man. That was all media because I'm telling you, Colin Kaepernick sat down. That was his first one that he did, and everybody freaked out. And he went to their trainer, who is a retired Ranger, and said, "This is what I didn't mean any disrespect to you as far as sitting down because people saying I disrespected Army guys and stuff like that." He goes, I didn't take that. I understand why you sat down. You sat down because there's too much inequality in the world, and you wanted to bring attention to that."
Right.
He said, "I will stand with you, and I think you should kneel." And if you look at the pictures of him kneeling, that Ranger is standing right behind him when he's doing it. He's kneeling at attention. Yeah, he's kneeling at attention. He's not doing this like whatever. This is stupid.
Right.
He's just saying, look at me because I want you to realize there's way more going on in this country that we're singing the anthem to that's not being addressed. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, if people want
right or wrong, I'm not that kind of person. I'm going to stand in attention for the national anthem. Do you know that it's not required to play the national anthem before football games? I mean, it's just something they've always done. It's no law that says you have to have it. And
one state is trying to pass legislation to require it. Okay. And I can't remember who.
Maybe, but I know that was one of the things that was brought up in the whole thing is, you know what? Why are you going to even have that kind of, let's just not have the national anthem, and just, we won't that way, or keep everybody in the locker rooms until after the national anthem's over.
Right.
And then we won't have any controversy. Let's let them come out and kneel or do whatever the hell they want after the national anthem.
Right. I mean, you're honoring your nation by the national anthem.
I'm definitely rooting for Tim Tebow, though. And I think
I am. I hope he proves people wrong. He's realizing now that he made a mistake because they asked him to play tight end when he first came out of college. He's reuniting with an old coach. I'm hoping he doesn't. I mean, Yarmer Yager's 50. He's playing hockey still.
Listen,
Gordie Howe did it when he was in 50. So
you know what? I'm going to tell you this. And if he does play and get on the team, they're definitely going to have times when he's going to be the scat back and he's going to throw. There she is. There's his wife, dude. Look at her.
Very good looking woman.
My God.
Very good looking woman.
Yeah.
But he's a super nice guy, and
super nice.
You know,
I follow him on Facebook.
It's rare for those athletes to be just super nice guy. And you want to root for him. But people are just giving him crap that you're too old, you shouldn't do it. You know what, dude? Let the man. If he wants to try, he did it in baseball. He almost proved them all wrong because he played baseball.
Yeah.
So, your Washington football team may get its new stadium in 2027.
Really?
Schneider was caught on TMZ.com talking about how they will pretty much have a state-of-the-art, quote, stadium by 2027. TMZ spotted Schneider as well as Washington President Jason Wright and a handful of others touring SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. According to Schneider, that group has been everywhere as they attempt to draw inspiration for the Burgundy Gold's future residents. They even plan to travel internationally on their tour. Right now, we're making big plans. If we're going to do something that our fans really deserve, which is cutting edge and innovative, we're going to take in all the ideas. 2 years ago, when Washington visited Atlanta, Schneider joined Falcons owner Arthur Blank when they reviewed the Mercedes Stadium that was just built, and he also had talked to Jerry Jones with AT&T Stadium. They're close to choosing a team nickname. He said he'll not let you know soon, but he was caught on TMZ saying, "Yep, it's coming in 2027." But that's when the lease at FedEx is up.
I thought you said Bezos is going to buy the team.
I'm convinced he will give him an offer he can't refuse. I'm
really
convinced of that. And he'll get it built in DC, and he'll call it Amazon Field. I'm convinced of that.
So I have a question.
Bezos has more money than God. I mean, he can give him an offer that he couldn't refuse.
More money than God. God doesn't have any money. He didn't need it.
So I have a question. Where are they going to build it? I know that's the big thing. It's Washington, D.C., but there's Maryland, there's Virginia, there's pros, there's cons.
He's been looking. I mean, he's been trying to get a stadium forever. He tried looking out here in Loudoun County. He's been looking everywhere. There was land by
Anacostia. By the Anacostia River.
There's also land down by the MGM. RFK is federal land, and DC. That's what's her face.
Mario
Bowser doesn't want another stadium to be there. She wants to develop that into condos and all that kind of stuff. But it's been proven that if you put Nationals Park there, Amy, when's the last time you were here?
What, in DC?
Yes.
Well, before COVID, I haven't been down there.
Okay. Well, I mean, so down by Nationals Park, the amount of building they've done by Nationals Park is insane. That used to be a very scary area to be a part of. Mm-hmm. When they have Capital One Arena, when that first went in, that was a scary area. It would make sense because from Nationals Park, you could pretty much walk to RFK and you can walk to Audi Field. I think DC should give up, just sell. The stadium is getting torn down in a year. That's a fact. They are tearing the stadium down. They should sell it to Schneider and put the stadium there. You've already got 2 metro systems that are already there. So you have all of that is all already right there. Mm-hmm. You could build around that stadium. Jerry Jones uses AT&T Stadium for
everything.
Anything. I mean, you can make money with that stadium. So I think it should be there. I don't think it should be out in the suburbs. Where they put FedEx Field was a joke. You've also got a bunch of churches out there. So if you have a 1 o'clock football game, you're competing with church traffic trying to come. It made no sense for Jack Kent Cooke to put that stadium where he.
Nobody's happy.
No,
actually, the church
and
is
it's rusting. It's rusting out. I went there 2 years ago for a football game. It's horrible. It's not a great location. It's run down. They should put it back downtown. That's where it belongs.
Well, yeah, I don't disagree with you. I know the Astrodome, which I've had the opportunity to see baseball games in when I was younger and stuff like that. They had a hole underneath the Astrodome, and I don't know if the other stadiums are like this, but underneath the Astrodome was in a gigantic, huge event center. Of course, a lot of pylons to hold it up. But they used to do the Houston International Dog Show down there, and that's why I know about it, because I went there one time with my aunt. But they had the dog show underneath the football stadium or baseball stadium, or both.
Right.
And and I of course also went to Houston Astro games and stuff like that.
Yeah. That
was state of the art at the time. I mean, at the time, the Astrodome was like the first domed stadium or some crap like that. I don't know if it was the first, but it was pretty damn close.
Right.
To
Right.
being one of the first dome stadiums.
Right.
Yeah, big deal.
I mean, they could use FedEx until it's ready, or they could use Maryland Stadium. But they just started a couple days ago at FedEx Field. They ripped up all the turf. They've ripped up all the irrigation piping. They're redoing all of that. That's going to take about 2.5 to 3 months to fix all the irrigation systems and redo all of the sod. Because players have been complaining for years that sod is horrible. So they just started a couple of days ago. They're going to have all new sod, new irrigation system, all that stuff.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
So they got 5 years.
They can do like Lambeau and put heating underneath, and that just melts the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they don't have to.
Yeah.
So
they don't have to do that.
Do you guys know what this is?
Looks like a blanket.
Looks like
a
a weighted
weighted
blanket.
blanket.
Yeah. Heavy
I
blanket.
just saw this, and
I have one. I have one.
Like a hug, the stress-busting, gravity-weighted blanket will have you sleeping like a baby, and it's on sale. So
Buy one, Bill. Buy
this
it.
is a picture of the dude sleeping in the blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Buy it, Bill.
It feels,
Don't hesitate, dude. It's awesome.
Had
You
a
gotta do
stressful,
I think my wife got hers at Aldi.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
had a stressful day, need a deep, refreshing sleep, or just next level nap. Weighted blankets are taking the world by relaxation by storm, providing relief to anxiety sufferers, fitful sleepers, people with chronic pain, and just about anyone seeking the higher standard of shut-eye or some quality R&R. Gravity-weighted blankets using 10% of your body weight to ground your nervous system and essentially swallow you like a baby, lulling you into dreamland. You can get it on Amazon. These blankets weigh like 15 to 25 pounds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about that.
Award-winning gravity blanket uses fine-grade glass beads to provide gentle support and gridded stitching to keep the beads in place. So, yeah,
I have one.
Amazing.
It's
You know
like
what?
a undershirt. Like the
Is it hot as hell when you have it on you, though?
No. I wear it. No. Is yours
warm.
Amy?
I think it can get a little warm.
If you just have like, for instance, like right now, I don't have it on my bed. But if you slept, because I've napped before with just the weighted blanket on me, and man, knocks me out. I'm out cold, and it does not get warm. If you have the blankets on you and the weighted blanket on top of the blankets, that's when I think it gets hot and gets warm because
Trap the heat.
Trap the heat. But if you just have the weighted blanket on you, I don't know. It seemed like it breathed well to breathed. I don't know. Breathed well to me.
Yeah, I'm always hot at night, but
$160 on Amazon.
You can get better prices.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely, Bill. Yeah,
Says more than 50% of those surveyed said the gravity-weighted blanket made them feel less anxious and stressed, and 72% said they swear by it for the better, more restful sleep. Amazon shoppers have a lot to say about the wonders of the gravity blanket too. This gravity blanket is so amazingly comfortable, it's difficult to put into words. Yes, it's a bit pricey, but this is no ordinary blanket. I cannot believe a blanket can make you feel so good. Solution for anyone who has difficulties staying asleep. Now, what I need is a sleep number bed because my wife and I still have issues with our mattress. I have friends who swear by it. Like one's at one number and one's at another.
I'm calling my wife.
I need a sleep number bed.
Yeah, we need a new mattress. I lost the fight the last time, and we got a squishy one.
Yeah.
I like a firm bed. Now, even he says he hates it, so we have to go get one because I can't even sleep on it anymore.
Mary?
She hurts my back.
Hey, Mary.
I get up and in the middle of the night,
Mary.
I go sleep on Kyle's bed. He moved out, but he has the firmest mattress. It's like, you know what? My back hurts. I got to go to the firm bed.
Yeah, we have the snoring issues. So when Abby's at school, one of us just goes over to Abby's room. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you.
We're contemplating switching sides to see if that does it because I have to sleep that way. She sleeps that way. So.
I love that idea. That's crazy. That's a cool idea.
Anything to change it up. And it'll completely F up the animals. I don't think they'll understand because the animals like mommy on her side. The cats
the humans have moved.
Oh my God. I woke up. We celebrated our anniversary yesterday. So when I went off to work, both cats and the dog were basically snuggled up with my wife on the bed. They were all, and the cat, he sleeps with his head straight down.
Okay, hold on, guys. Got Mary on the Mary. I got you on the phone with me, with the people, with my persons, and we have a question about the weighted blankets. Where did you get ours?
Aldi.
That's what I thought. How much were they?
$29 maybe, $39. I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah,
Bill
was
one
looking
says
at one for
160
$169.
It's the gravity blanket.
I said, "Hell no, Bill! You need to go to Aldi." Do Aldi always carry them, or is that just a one-time thing?
No, it's a one-time.
It's called.
You got to get there early on a Wednesday.
This is called a gravity blanket. Is what
Pauline
it's
said
called.
you have to get there early on a Wednesday if you want something off the. What do you call that aisle?
Isle of Shame.
The Isle of Shame.
Isle of Shame.
Are you on the Facebook group, Pauline? You are? She's in the same. Pauline
Isn't
Burkett.
Lee, you're not?
Same thing. Mary is. I'm not. Mary handles that. She's the Aldi girl.
I don't actually shop there, but I hear about it from my coworkers.
Oh, you should. That place is awesome. All right. Thank you, darling. I didn't mean to interrupt anything you were doing. I love you. Bye. All right.
Was she watching a movie? She was not.
She's probably watching Judge Judy or some shit. I don't know.
So this story came out the other day. So I want to ask. Co-ed.
Bill, I've already told you this. Mary does not watch movies. It's one of the banes of my existence.
Oh, I can rewatch movies all the time.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, that makes me think. Okay, what movies back in the 80s do you think could not be made today?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Caddyshack.
That's 2. Porky's, 48 hours.
Porky's, of course.
Porky's, 48 hours. Stripes, Animal House. All those
Animal House
could never be made today. They would never.
Blazing Saddles.
But that's why they're
forget that.
Oh, Blazing Saddles would be edited down to about 10 minutes. Yeah. There's no way that movie would survive. But I love
Cannonball Run
would not survive today.
No.
But it's just those are such classic movies that they could not be made today. But I could watch my movies over and over and over again. I never had a problem with that.
Bill,
yes or no? Co-ed sleepovers with your kids. Yes or no?
Yeah, I don't have any problem anymore. It used to be a problem. I wouldn't make it a problem now.
It's not a problem anymore.
I remember when I was in youth group, we used to sneak out and go make out and all that kind of stuff, right? And God knows what else some of the people were doing. I don't know. I can only speak for myself. But when I became a youth group leader, I remember the first time I went on a retreat, me and Mark Duvall, the other young adults who used to be in the youth group, Roger and Kelly and all them. And let me tell you something. We went to Camp Letts, and we didn't say anything to the kids or anything, but we were I slept at the door. You know what I mean? Not one kid tried to get out of the they just went to sleep. I was like, what? What are you guys doing? I mean, you're supposed to try and sneak out. I mean, seriously, we were like, why didn't anybody try and sneak out? And they're like, why would we? We get to see each other during the day. And I'm like, what? Anyway, it was just so weird to me that we're like trying so hard to make sure that because we did it, they were going to make sure that it didn't happen to us, right?
Band trips.
They didn't give a rat. And
band
we had
trips.
And hell yeah. I got a lot of trouble in band trips.
How did I meet Chuck?
Oh, hey now. No, we went, I remember one time, and then at the band banquet, I remember Mr. Turntine saying to the entire group, thanks to this, and by the way, Lee Bailey, so-and-so, and so-and-so, and so-and-so, you owe me $9.85 because we used to call the 976 numbers from the press box. We would go up and call those 976 and listen to the recordings of the girls going, oh, yeah, all the kind of stuff. It was all of us, Golson, all of us. Anyway, he goes, you owe me $19 or some shit like that. I don't know. And then he also said, we thought we were slick. We thought we snuck out and went down and got in the hot tub when we were at Cocoa Beach. And because we stayed down there for a couple hours, jumped in the pool a couple times. And,
Walter,
what's up? I'm not.
Walt and Kells.
In Kells.
Where is she?
Walt and Kells.
Okay.
Hi, Kelly.
Hello.
Hi.
How
guys
are
got-
you?
you
Missed
have your-
you.
You guys have your bingo sheets, right?
No, we don't have bingo sheets. We're not gonna stay on long. I was just hopping on to say hi to everybody.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, well, I did. Yeah.
Well, we're on right now. Co-ed sleepovers. Your kids, yes or
with
no?
your kids, if you have your kids.
Can
If
you
you
kid-
would let your
would
kids
you
have a
allow your
co-ed
kids to
sleepover.
have co-ed sleepover? Yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
15.
Oh.
Off the top of my head, I would say no.
So hold on. Are they coming to my house or you sitting
Yes.
in somebody else's house?
They can come.
Oh,
here.
no. I'm not sitting. No, my daughter's not going off to one. If she wants to bring her friends into my house, I'll set them up how they need to be set up on whatever floor, wherever it is. But believe me, I'm not. No, that's
How many other
my
ways-
house. We're good.
I wouldn't have that in my house. I just think that's inappropriate. I wouldn't have boys and girls in the same seat.
But they hang out all night and then they all go to sleep.
No.
Not like
Devo.
no. It's not like it was when you and I were kids,
Okay.
dude. I'm telling you, Walter.
It's
When I was a
interesting.
kid, oh my god! But
It's interesting your responses because I'm about ready to read a story that has become viral. So, Amy, what about you?
It's very different. I was totally against it. And then my daughter went to one, and I didn't even know it was a birthday party years ago.
Yeah.
And one of the people who attended was one of the guys, but she's like, "Mom, he's gay," and he legitimately was gay.
and it
So
didn't
that
make
was the
any
first
difference
one.
anyway.
Okay, that's
And Alex has actually crashed with a bunch of his friends platonically in the basement.
Yeah.
Like 3 guys and 2 girls. We checked all night long. Nothing was going on. I mean, literally, they were playing video games, and then
Yep.
they passed out cold.
Yep.
but
That was it.
you said you
And
all night long.
I was really surprised because that's not how it would have gone down back in our day.
Hell no, playing spin the bottle. We've been playing. Hell yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, but they legitimately
bottle.
are they're just friends. And it's just
That's
so,
exactly how it is, dude.
it is
they don't-
so
they-
different.
All
Very
right,
different.
Bill, hit us with the
I was
story.
almost a little disappointed. Like,
All right,
no
Bill.
hanky panky. Nobody tried anything. Nothing.
Walter, before I tell you the story, this is I found this for you.
Rare Super Mario game. So 666. What? How?
$1,000?
It's an original Mario that this guy found in a desk drawer that had been there for 35 years. A Nintendo video game he never ever opened.
So why is it $660,000?
Because it's
It's-
never ever been open.
And it's been there for 35 years.
Dude, if I'd have known that, I would have bought all the Mario games.
Yep. They say the moment you take something out of the
Dude.
package, that's it. Over.
It's a video game. You kind of like
Anyway, so this story went viral, and it's been everywhere on the internet. Dear Amy, recently my oldest daughter had a 15th birthday party sleepover weekend. Her best friend, as well as my nieces and nephews, spent the weekend celebrating with her at our home. Sunday morning around 2 a.m., my husband woke me up to tell me that he caught my 15-year-old nephew having sex with my daughter's best friend on my living room couch, sadly unprotected. I immediately called the girl's mother and alerted her and brought the girl home, same with my nephew. Now, my daughter is worried that her friend's mom won't let them stay at friends' houses because this happened in my house. I'm sick with guilt. I feel responsible as the adult, and I feel terrible because my daughter has a hard time connecting with new people, and this will most likely set her back. Understandably, the girl's mother was furious and hasn't responded to my calls and text messages to touch base and make sure everyone is okay. I'm not sure what my next step is in all this, and she signs it buying a new couch. Yes or no to that co-ed sleepover? My house, and that'd be a hell no.
you got chewed off. Absolutely not.
I don't even trust girls' sleepovers because they all slept down here, and I don't know if you could see it, but see that window in the very top?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Girls snuck out of that window over top of my drum set. They moved my drum set. So how I knew well, let me take a step back. I went that morning to let the dog out. The back door was unlocked. That was my first clue. Then I came down here. My drum set had been moved about 3 feet, and the window was not locked. So I approached my daughter that morning, and I said, Detective Daddy has a question for you. Did you guys have a good time last night? My daughter folded like a house of cards, blamed her friend. Her friend snuck out to go meet a boy on the golf course. And Emily said they were on the golf course to talk. And I said, my ass, they were on that golf course. My ass, they were.
Yeah, that's what her phone is
You
for.
do not understand. They weren't there to talk. And I said, what would have happened if something happened to them? Guess who goes to jail?
You. You're lying.
She's like, no, you don't. I say, yes, I do. You're underage.
You're responsible.
If something happened to that kid, I go to jail.
You're responsible.
I used to work security. I used to work security, and I worked as I filled in. I usually had one job at this complex in Falls Church, but my boss sent me one day over to the Washington Lee whatever golf course, and it's right next to Mary Washington. I'm not Mary Washington.
God damn it! Sorry.
Okay. What's the score?
3-0 Boston. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right.
Here's a sport.
So I went over there, and it was right next to Washington Lee University, which is right there in Arlington, and the course was right next to the university. And so every hour I had to get on the golf cart and ride the course, make sure no one was playing night golf or whatever the hell they were doing. And like at 2 a.m, I drove around and I saw something moving over near the campus, actually on I think it was hole 7. And I went over there and it was 2 girls going at it, boy. And I was like, okay, ladies, got to get off the property. And they're like, oh, sorry. And they're putting their clothes back together. Yeah. And I was like, okay. So
now, you know what?
Just never know who's up to what.
I might feel different if I didn't have alarms on every door in my house.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you need.
Cameras. Because at a moment's notice, I can see everything going on in the basement.
There you go.
And I can know every single door that opens. So there's no leaving my house without being busted.
Our stairs creak like an old house, so there's no way you can get out of the house. And the fact that the dog will bark if the wind blows. So
I call it teen-proofing my house. So we baby-proofed it when they were little. We teen-proofed it. So now there's alarms on every door. There's cameras in all the key places. You cannot get out.
Teen-proof. Actually, that sounds like a really good advertising campaign for ADT. Teen-proof your house. Call ADT. We'll come and put cameras all over your house, and we'll alarm every single way to get in or out.
You can put Ring in there for like $100.
Yeah, but that's only going to get you going in and out of one room. Yep. These kids are too damn smart. They'd be down from somewhere else.
Yep. Every time there's a significant other and they're getting too close to each other, one of us shows up. Surprisingly, hi.
Yeah,
it's great.
You don't have cameras in your daughter's room, do you?
No. We have the no door closed rule, and we're up there all the time. They can't get
no door closed, and 1 foot on the floor.
Yep, they can't get anything done. There's not enough time. We are constantly driving them crazy. One of his friends from when they were preschool over, and they were in his room today, and.
Here's an example, though. My daughter today, and has on several occasions, she has a friend named Aiden, who's in chorus and all that kind of stuff, and he's a nice kid and all that kind of stuff. He comes over on Fridays because he has basically no classes. Whenever Friday is a purple day, he comes over to the house for the day and hangs out with her while she's doing class, and they're both doing class and stuff. And they're in her room, door closed, whatever, because I know there's nothing going on. I mean, they're just friends, I walk in, I just open the door and come in sometimes. Yeah. And they're just sitting on the bed watching the TV and have their laptops in their laps, and they're doing their classes. There's nothing, and no one else is home. I
think most of the kids today don't even think about that.
No, they don't.
They don't.
I'm telling you.
Because I don't think their social skills are that.
And if they want to, they know who they do it with. That's all. Yeah. And Pauline's agreeing with you, Bill, on the social skills.
Drew's friends, he has friends internationally. He has a lot of friends in Austin, Texas. There's some guys and some girls, but like my boys have not had girlfriends. Like, I remember in high school, Kyle is living on his own in his own house, and I have yet to see a girlfriend. There was one in high school for like 3 months, and that was it.
Right.
Drew went out to a homecoming dance with a girl, and I was all excited. He goes, Mom, we're just friends. They left the dance early to come back to play video games. That was it.
Yep. Yep.
I'll never have grandchildren.
No, you will.
I don't think a lot of these kids today know what spin the bottle even is. So
no, they have no idea what spin the
spin the bottle. What, spin a Coke bottle? Really? Well, oh, sure.
Or a beer bottle.
You guys ever study McDonald's menu carefully when you go to the McDonald's drive-thru?
Study it how carefully?
Yeah.
You ever notice that there's something there in some McDonald's that's not there at others?
Yeah, I have those.
Sometimes.
Buddy of mine went to one McDonald's. The fries under it say "cook to order." He goes, "Look at the South Riding one and see it's the same thing here." So I was studying today. I couldn't find "cook to order" anywhere on there. So McDonald's customers are freaking out over a crazy drive-through order hack. Seriously had no idea. A TikTok user is going viral after revealing how to always get fresh, hot French fries at McDonald's. The answer, all you have to do is ask. Most people don't ask. Now, I mean, I only eat them when they're fresh. I won't. If they're like 20 minutes old, forget it.
Oh, no.
TikTok has long been a source of information for McDonald's fanatics. In the past, users have shared their money-saving tips, their discovery of little-known menu items, and their recipes at home for at-home versions of the chain's biggest menu items. This latest menu hack is really less of a hack and more so just a piece of helpful information. Many TikTok users reacted to the news with plenty of surprise. TikTok user Lauren Nicole was also surprised by the discovery, which seems to be why she shared the info in a now viral video. I learned that you can ask for made-to-order fries. Nicole's video, taken in a drive-through line, shows that McDonald's even has a menu designation for made-to-order food.
Yeah.
Now, I looked at the one, my buddy in Alexandria, it said it there. The one out here in South Riding, it doesn't say anything about cook-to-order anywhere on the menu. So it's interesting how not every McDonald's is like that.
I've never seen that.
He saw cook-to-order.
And that's right up your alley, Bill, because you will love them when they're hot as hell.
Yeah.
All cooked and hot.
But isn't pretty much everything McDonald's already cooked to order anyway? Like they're like,
right.
If it's breakfast, I mean they're constantly making it, so it's going to be rare that it's.
I mean, you're not going to be able to get a burger cooked to order because they don't do that, but because they just cook them at the same temperature, the same time, and all that kind of stuff. But as far as fries, I don't know, how would you cook them differently?
Well,
than they cook
it's
them
cooked
normal?
order like it's like they make them as they're in the tractor line, like they're not, they haven't been sitting there.
Get fresh.
And then that way, then you eat it.
Not extra crispy or.
Yeah, no, I mean fresh French fries at McDonald's are. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
amazing.
know.
There's another
would never
way to
think
do
of
it.
Go
orders.
look at that in your next McDonald's and see if it
I
says.
will.
I'm going to check that out. But you know, you can also tell them you have dietary restrictions and you French fries without salt. They will make you a new batch.
That's true.
I don't want to
have
know
heard
you.
that.
I don't want to know you if you get French fries without salt. I mean,
Don't
You can,
I don't
you can
wanna-
add
Just
your
like-
own later. That's
Dude, that's
fine.
just like getting
then it gets
me.
into Five Guys fries, Thrasher's fries, Boardwalk
I mean,
fries,
who
McDonald's
the hell
fries.
wants nuts with no salt? That's what she said. You know,
I mean, I eat my pistachios roasted and salted. I can't have them raw.
right, but they have them raw. Peanuts raw, almonds raw. Yuck.
Raw cashews. Who likes raw cashews?
Yeah,
Yuck.
no, thank you.
Dude, I swear to God, we have a bag of raw cashews still in our pantry from like a year ago.
give them to the
Because no
squirrels.
one's eating them. Yeah,
Give 'em
that's
to
what
the
I'm going to probably
squirrels.
do. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Or throw them out for the cicadas. Finally, the cicadas, by the way, are I can hear them buzzing when during the day only, though. I guess they don't do anything at night.
The heat. The
Yeah, and
heat
it's gonna be
makes them-
like 95.
The
around
heat
here
makes
next
them
week.
crazy. Okay, all right.
They're
got
gonna be really crazy on Wednesday when it's 95 out.
God.
Yeah.
So
I was down
Monday.
in Woodbridge though for a baseball game last night, and I didn't see or hear any cicadas.
Yeah.
Too cool.
Well, they come
Yeah,
out.
down in Dumfries, whatever. Woodbridge, Dumfries, whatever. Dumfries.
Would you guys ever take one of those Japanese bullet trains?
Yes.
That go like 200 miles an hour.
Hell
But
yeah.
they're so quiet and so smooth. You don't even know the damn thing is moving.
I know. I want to go on the Acela here up to New York sometime.
Okay.
I heard it's
Well,
expensive.
these Japanese bullet trains are pretty amazing. However, Japanese bullet train driver takes a bathroom break as the train is going 90 miles an hour.
I've been on that.
There was nobody at the controls.
Yeah, but was the driver going to the bathroom?
I think the
He
driver.
left the controls when it's going 90 miles an hour to take a 3-minute piss break. There's nobody at the controls.
That's because it's autopilot.
Most trains have nobody at the controls, actually.
Japan's trains have earned an almost cult-like status among foreign travelers for being punctual and efficient. Social media's rave about them. But sometimes that punctuality comes with a price, especially if you're a train operator caught in Japan's efficient transport web. A Shinkansen bullet train driver left the cockpit to use the bathroom. This isn't your typical work break. He did it while the train was going 90 miles an hour.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know if this is the case, but I know that Metro is getting pretty close to changing over to it, and that is that it's all automatic, and you got a guy sitting there in case something goes wrong. And I'm sure that the bullet train has to be like that because
this
driver error
nobody at the
screw
controls.
up shit at 90 miles an hour. You can have all kinds of problems. Like my uncle flies helicopters, and when you come in at Fairfax Hospital, you turn it on auto to land it because the computer can make adjustments for wind and everything else faster than any man can. So that has to be, you go in an auto land. But of course, he's got his hand on the stick, his hand on the throttle. I mean, it's all right there, but the helicopter's doing it itself because it's so close to the building and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Like even cars today. I mean, my son Drew just bought a brand new Blazer, and he's showing me the lane change and the this and the auto, and it's like it's braking, it's turning, it's doing everything for you. I'm like, turn that all off. If I'm going to drive it, you got to turn that all off. I need to drive the car.
I will never be a passenger in a driverless car ever.
I saw a poster. A post that had a guy was driving a Tesla, got pulled over, or it took him like 15 minutes to pull him over because he was asleep. He was doing 80 miles an hour, and he was asleep in the car.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get his attention to take off the auto and pull it over.
There was one crash not too long ago where 2 passengers were riding in a driverless Tesla, and it was supposed to go around a corner, and it kept going.
Yep.
And they died. The car blew up into flames, and they died.
And
you know how many people die in car crashes?
Yeah, but dude, there's nobody at the
saying.
controls of this car.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, but there's a lot of people. There's a lot of cars who have people at the controls that freaking crash and kill people.
By the way, at some point over the weekend, go on YouTube and look up woman stops car to pee in the middle of the highway.
No.
Yes.
I don't want to see that.
No, let me finish. You don't really see her doing it, but you see in the video, people have pulled up. She must have had too much to drink because she's really not paying attention. She gets out. You don't see her peeing. The car is stopped in the middle of a highway. Cars are racing by her. She runs across the highway, standing there. The guy's telling her not to run across the highway. Wait for someone to get. She runs back across, and it's on video. She gets back in her car. The guy's screaming at her that she's going to get hit from behind. She's on her phone, looking at him, ignoring him on her phone. He's screaming that you're going to get hit by a car. Luckily, no car, because people had gone out in the middle of the road and trying to wave off cars not to hit her. She's just sitting in her car in the middle of a highway in the middle lane, and she's lucky she didn't get hit, but she's oblivious to where she's
Here's your sign.
So...
yeah, that's stupid people. I hate stupid people that have to wear signs, as Dale Ingvall says.
I'm going to buy that shirt.
That way you wouldn't expect anything of them.
Yeah. How many of you guys have been to Disney World?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's been to Disney World.
Everybody.
Honeymoon.
So those girls, I worked at Disney World for 2 years. Here are 10 things I wish tourists would stop wasting their money on.
Years. No, I'm kidding.
She says... water is essential to any Disney World park day because spending time in Florida can leave you dehydrated. But instead of buying $5 bottle of water every time you're thirsty, Trust me, you'll be thirsty. You can go to any quick service dining location around the park and ask for a free cup of water.
Yeah.
Take advantage of this depending on the size of your group and how many days you're spending. This could save you $100 by the end of your trip. Then she goes on to pins are one of the most popular Disney souvenirs, but you can get them cheaper online. For those who aren't familiar, there's a concept called pin trading. You guys heard of that?
Yeah.
Where guests can trade pins with employees and sometimes the other tourists. If you're someone who collects Disney pins and brings them to the park, there are ways to save money. But people are buying $15 pins when you could buy a pack of 4 for $15 and do the same thing. Then she says, you don't need all the cute toys and merchandising items that you think you do because it basically racks up the cost. Buy shirts outside the park. People are buying $125 shirts at the park where you can buy them cheaper offline.
Of course you can.
Those professional portraits that you have taken, she's like, those are a waste of time.
Yeah, we don't ever do that.
The refillable popcorn buckets, people are buying like all these buckets and they're like, what the hell are you going to do with all these buckets when you go back home? So I have not been to Disney World in years. I am going hopefully next year. I want to see the Star Wars exhibit. That's me. I want to build my own droid. I want to do all that stuff. So
in case no one recognized him, the bald-faced boy that's there in the screen, it's Billy Ramrod Riley, mustacheless.
Billy, you know, I looked at it today. If you put an earring in your left ear, you're Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
You look exactly like Mr. Clean. I was going to say Mr. Magoo, but I'm not going to say that. But you would look like Mr. McLean.
It was a little more orange. I'd be that guy from Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
You do that too. So, but an earring, you would look like Mr. Clean.
How's everybody doing?
We're good, man.
Good.
Hey, my buddy today, Jason Scott Watson, Billy, said to tell you he loves you and he's praying for you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm cooking dinner.
I'm struggling on the mustache thing. I'm struggling.
I know. You look great.
Kelly, you need to keep him.
You look young, man. You look younger. Now
Kelly,
you need to trim up those big bushy eyebrows.
Keep him. He's
a
keeper.
DK. Yeah, he's a keeper.
All right. Hey, listen, I'm going to roll. I just jumped on to say hey. I love you guys.
Well, I appreciate it, buddy. I'm looking forward to syndication, baby.
Yep. We'll talk to you soon.
Hey, there he is, Billy.
There you go.
There he is. There's Billy Riley right there. We got 2 pictures
earring
of Billy
and do your eyebrows white.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Quiet.
So I was.
What else about Walt Disney World? What else?
Well, she says the parking things are ridiculous. Like the parking fees are just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's like.
What's her advice?
Hold on. It was. Hold on. Disney park tickets alone already cost more than $100 a person, but that doesn't include parking. If you don't want to shell out $25 extra a day, you have extra time. There are always ways around this. First, parking at Disney Springs, the big shopping and dining center, is free. So going there is easier. If you're only looking to go into the parks for a short time, you can also skirt the parking fee by making a breakfast reservation in any of the Disney resorts, and then you just take the shuttle from there. So I'm like, that's pretty damn ingenious.
Good idea.
I'm looking forward to going back down there. We went down, took the girls down for Halloween night at Disney World. Halloween night, decked out, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Literally within 12 hours, the next day, they were all Christmas.
Yeah.
The entire, it freaked me out. They changed the entire park inside 12 hours.
So fancy.
That was absolutely amazing to me. So,
they're a machine, dude. They're a machine, money-making machine.
So I'm having lunch today, and I usually read the Washington Post for lunch. I'll read the Metro and the Style and Sports. But I came. What?
Did you go to Dickie's for lunch?
No, I did Panera. The barbecue chicken salad I love, and their cookie is damn good. Their M&M cookie is pretty damn good. But I couldn't get past, and it really upset me. I could not get past the photo on the front page of the Washington Post.
Oh, God.
That is an apartment. Those people right there are having breakfast even though their house had been shelled.
Yep.
Yeah, wow.
It was sad because they're just having breakfast. Like,
Yep. Like
rockets coming through my house is just an everyday thing, right?
Yep,
Whatever. It was one of the saddest photos I think I've ever seen. I mean, it was just.
Now those two
they go on in
Palestinians,
life no matter what, huh?
That two Israelis or two Palestinians?
They were in Israel after members of the Valzo family sit in the kitchen in their home after it was hit by a rocket launched from the Gaza Strip. But just the photo itself is
No, I got you.
Because all these people know is violence and alarms going off for rockets. I mean, it's sad. Like they'll never know a Denny's at 1 a.m., a Slurpee from 7-Eleven, Pizza Hut. They're having breakfast like it's no big deal. That's a freaking hole in their roof. They're like, it is what it is. That to me is just
life
sad.
goes on.
I was really sad for them. I mean, that was really an upsetting photo. That's how they live their life over there. And it's here. That shit here. No, that would people would never think that's just an ordinary thing. So
no, they would have been evacuated, and the Red Cross would have come, and they condemned to the building and
everything.
Yeah, but they don't do. You know what though? We don't need to get into all this, but there's places, there's whole towns in Appalachia that don't have running water. Okay,
it's sad.
So we talk about how good we have it. Why don't that town have running water? It should have running water. Mm-hmm. If we can rebuild an entire community after a hurricane, we can go into those communities in Appalachia and give them running water. Anyway, that's enough for me. I'm stepping off the post.
No, I get you. Hold on a second.
Ew, they kissed. Ew. Who you calling, Bill?
Abby, what is the town in Tennessee you went? Sneedsville?
Yeah.
That's the one you went to help?
Sneedville.
It's what? Sneedville. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Abby had gone with our church to a town called Sneedville in the very southeastern corner of Tennessee.
Yep.
It was an eye-opening experience for her, one of the most depressing experiences of how awful people live in that town. It's one of it is the poorest town in Tennessee.
Our youth group goes to North Dakota to a Indian reservation where alcoholism is rampant, where they have electricity part of the day and not on other parts of the day. I mean, all those things. And it just disgusts me. All the money that we have in this world that we can't help people who need help. I don't want to help people who don't need help. Let's not just help people for the sake of helping people. Yeah. Let's help people that need the help. That's where I am. People go, you're a socialist. No, I'm not a socialist. Everyone should work. Yeah. But I'm saying if you can't, if there's a problem, then let's solve it.
Yep.
Stinky people. Anyway.
Lee, I'm on I need you to join me. Anybody else who wants to join me? I'm on a barbecue mission this summer.
Okay.
There was a top 10 list of the barbecue restaurants in this whole tri-state area. Famous Dave's was on there. Mission Barbecue was on there.
Yeah, that's good.
Willard's was on there. Hill Country Barbecue is on there. So there's like a top 10 list of barbecue.
What about Dickie's?
Hate to say it, but Dickie's didn't make the list.
Carolina Brothers.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Right on Ashburn. If you come out here, I can walk there.
What's it called? Carolina Brothers? Yep.
The smoker sits out front. When they're cooking, I can smell it in my patio.
I have to go there. Yeah, I
29 Diner?
No. There's a place called Smoking Willie's in, I think it's in Haymarket. I've been there. That's really good. But there's a place called Odd Barbecue, which is in Chantilly. Never heard of that. Mookie's is in Great Falls. Smokecraft is in Arlington.
Bill, you know what? We could make this a MoreJoy thing.
Yeah. I don't know. This summer, I don't know. I kind of want to go on a barbecue.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's do it.
Barbecues.
That would be kick ass. Get them all the
fun.
And we get to eat for free, bro.
Well, I also want to try different types because different places make different types of coleslaw.
Sure.
Different places make different types of potato salad. So I kind of want to see who has the smoking Willie's had a really
you
good
and me, and we get 2 females. Libby is one of them that I'm thinking of, or Pauline, and we need to go on the barbecue tour and go to these places on. It'll have to, for their sake, for these barbecue places' sake, we want to show up at like 4:00 because we don't want to take a table away from their their dinner rush and all that kind of stuff. But hell yeah,
I want to rank the barbecue brisket. Now I want to rank the potato salad. Then I want to rank the coleslaw. Then I want to rank the desserts and kind of do a who has the best of all of these. Because some places the coleslaw it's vinegary and it's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
But some places it's nice and creamy and it's really good.
We just ask them. You know what we do is we just need to set up, like, for instance, we ask
and
them
who has the best sweet tea.
Oh, that's up to you. I don't drink the sweet tea.
Okay, you're gonna swing by my place, right?
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah. Well,
I'll make barbecue for you guys.
Okay.
All right.
I had a friend of mine who made ribs that were
fall off the bone, baby.
To me, if my heart stops or is potential to stop, then you've done it right. Then you've done the food right. These ribs were basically just falling off the bone. I mean, they were damn good. Huh?
I remember I went to Smoky Bones barbecue place with Mark Duvall. We went to Smoky Bones and we sat down and he ordered ribs and I ordered a hamburger, a cheeseburger. And he's like, "What the hell are you doing ordering a cheeseburger at a barbecue place?" I said, "I don't know. It just looks good." I'm telling you, dude, and Mark will be my witness. That they brought that food. I picked up that burger and I went one bite and I put it back down on the plate and went like this. One bite. Mark goes, "What the hell's wrong? What's wrong with your burger?" I said, "Dude, I just took a bite of the best burger I've ever had in my entire life."
Yeah. Have you ever been to a place called Melt?
No.
In Leesburg?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take you there. Melt will pretty much.
You been there, Diva?
Yeah.
Melt will kick anybody's ass. And their shakes. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And if you want to go, we can go tomorrow if you want to.
Well, my dad, though, for my daughter's birthday party on Thursday, my dad, we went to Artie's. Took us to Artie's.
I like Artie's.
And he gets ribs every time he goes to either Mike's or Artie's. They love their ribs. Yeah,
Julie's gonna get us for Memorial Day weekend. She's gonna get us crab legs and crabs. There's a guy who has a trailer up on 50. You also can go up to Gilbert's Corner and get all this stuff too. But we're gonna get a bunch of crab legs, and I'm gonna get that blueberry ale that you were telling me about, which I can get at Total Wine. So
they have blueberry ale at Total Wine.
That's where you can get it.
See if it's Atlantic Brewing Company. I'm sure there's other people that make blueberry ale, but and then I'm sure it's good. Actually, tonight I was at Lazy Dog because I took my daughter to Fair Oaks Mall, and she with her friends, they were going shopping, and a friend of mine came and met me there actually because I knew I was going to be there for a couple hours, and the bartender, after she had a couple beer, I wasn't drinking anything, obviously, I never do, but he brought over, they have a thing called Huckleberry Haze beer ale. It's an IPA or something like that. And after she'd had a couple, he brought it over and he said, "We mispoured this, so it's on the house for you," and gave it to Stephanie. I think he was hitting on her, and she thinks he was hitting on her too. Anyway, I took a sip of it because of the blueberry ale, right? Dude, it tasted delicious. I mean, the Huckleberry Haze was delicious. I mean, it tasted like the blueberry ale. I only had a couple sips, but man, it was good. It was really good. So I highly recommend. If you have a Lazy Dog, it's a chain. If there's a Lazy Dog anywhere near you, go and get the Huckleberry Haze. It's really good.
Okay. Have to get all that.
Yep.
Here in Williamsburg, the best barbecue is Pierce's.
Yes, been there. Yes, indeed. Been there several times, actually.
Yeah.
Whenever we go down to Williamsburg because I have family friends there, and whenever we've gone down, for instance, also to, what's the name of the big water park place? Wolf Creek
Great Wolf Lodge. It's right around the corner. Yeah.
Great Wolf Lodge. Yeah, whenever we go to Great Wolf Lodge, we stop at Pierce's, and that's been a few times. So yeah. No, I love that place.
That's my standard.
Yeah, another one is Dixie Bones. Are they on that list, Bill? Dixie Bones Barbecue.
I did not see it.
That's delicious.
Mookie's, Famous Dave's, Willard, Smokecraft, Rockland's, Liberty, Barbecue 21, Pork Barrel Barbecue, Texas Jack's Barbecue, Sloppy Mamas, Sweet Fire Donna's, Pit Stop, Hill Country, DC Smokehouse, and Federalist Pig.
Huh. All right.
Now, Hill Country, we were there when Coleman were there. That's the one.
That was good food too.
That was damn good food.
Yeah.
So, okay. Anyway, all right. I brought back one more game from my good friend Amy.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to make it impossible.
Huh?
Comprehending?
Oh, damn you. I'm trying to make it hard, but this is
Tree spindle.
Exactly.
Trying to at some point stump.
Come on, Kels.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Resplendent. That's a good one.
Hold on, I got to turn the Caps game off. It's a bust. I'm not gonna worry about him no more. I mean, I'm not as upset. I mean, they won the cup, so I'm not upset as you used to be.
Re-encumbered?
No.
Unencumbered. Unencumbered.
Unencumbered.
Damn, you were quick.
If I just get one of these, I'm gonna be happy.
With scrambled shit.
The word scramble, yeah. Okay. These
Is
are
he making eggs?
very long words.
Is he making eggs?
What's
No.
Walt making?
What's he making, Kelly?
He's making pork chops and
Oh. I heard scrambled.
Right?
Okay.
Well, yeah, scrambled. I said, yeah.
oh, you were saying it's the scrambled word game.
He's a keeper if he's cooking.
Yeah, he is.
All right, hold on a minute. I'll be right back.
Is it on the
I'm not sure.
Chant.
I have no idea. I don't have any brain cells left.
Nonchalant.
Ah, that was a good one.
I finally stumped you guys.
Good?
Hmm.
What was that? Broccoli? You put on the broccoli?
You're gonna have no.
You got two in the row here.
Reimbursable.
I got to read.
I kept seeing rubber in there, and I'm like, that's just nothing else made anything. Is the A capitalized on purpose? Or like, is that the
It
first
should
letter?
not, no, it should not have been.
Okay.
Just an A. It finally worked. I finally stumped you guys.
Amy must be tired.
It has been a rough week. I see so many different things in there. The words are so long. Holy smokes.
Appreciation. Wow.
All right, last one.
Encyclopedia?
Very good. Yep. All right.
Holy crap! What just happened?
I don't know.
I didn't even hit the button and it put me back on. Just when I sat down.
We can keep going because I have my segment, in my opinion segment, or we can play bingo.
It has to be in my opinion because I don't have a bingo card with me, and neither does Walter and Kelly.
Yeah, and we're about to eat dinner, so.
And they're about to have dinner.
Yeah, they have their. Where are your bingo sheets?
I didn't print them out.
Oh Lord!
And if I did, they'd still be at my house probably.
Well, that's why I sent you guys the email. They were gonna play bingo.
I know.
And I listened and I read and I printed.
Well,
You have yours, Neva?
I have mine.
All right, I can play it. I'll just put it up on my computer.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Hold on, I gotta go get it off my printer.
all right.
I can bring it up on my computer. And
While we're waiting, in my opinion segment, pick a number between
7.
7. Well, it was between 100, between 1 and 110. So you want 7?
Yeah.
Okay. In your opinion, do you think people fall in love because the right person has arrived or because the time is right?
Both.
You want to pick one?
Oh, really? Okay, so tell me again what the 2 choices are.
Do you think
They
people
fall in
fall in love because the right person has arrived or the right time, or because the time is right? In your opinion?
Person.
Person.
Okay.
If it's right,
Although for me, it was kind of the time. For me, it was time is right.
I
It wasn't
think
so much the I mean, I loved, I love her and everything like that, but I love everybody. So it was just the
I
right
think
time,
it's
and
the
she was the right
timing.
gal.
I think if it's the timing, because then when you're ready and you're more receptive, as people come to you, then you pick that person. But you're more open and receptive.
It's the old saying: people come into your life for a reason, people come into your life for a season, or they come into your life for forever.
Mhm.
So, Amy, between 1 and 110.
Between 1 and 110?
Yep, I did a lot of them this time.
16.
16. What annoys you the most about people?
People.
What up, in your opinion? What about them annoys you?
what do you like to do?
Wow. I hate. What do I hate? What do I hate about people? What annoys me about people? People who inject themselves where they're not wanted. Probably, whether it's a micromanager.
Yeah, I hate that.
Micromanaged. Like I tell people that work for me, I will never micromanage you unless I decide you need to be micromanaged. And let's never get there kind of thing.
Exactly. If I feel like you need to be micromanaged, you're not going to work here.
Yeah, exactly. The people who just feel like they need to be involved in everything and their own lives. Yeah.
Okay.
They're just the meddlers. How about that? Meddlers.
Yeah.
Meddlers.
They're not aware of anything besides themselves.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. Are you guys ready for bingo, or you want to keep going?
I want to pick one. So I'm about to leave.
All right, between 1 and 110.
Let's do 6.
Do you think you're brave?
No,
Why is that?
No.
I'm all about self-preservation. When you say brave, you mean brave with my feelings, or brave? Am I going to jump in front of a bullet for somebody? Or
I'm gonna choose feelings.
Yes, brave with my feelings. Yeah, brave.
Okay.
At this point in my life, I wasn't always like this. I would say in the past 10 years.
Okay.
I've become a little bit more open and don't mind being vulnerable and just expressing myself and telling people how I feel, and just playing with your hand, your cards face up. I'm cool.
Okay. Speaking of cards, you guys ever heard of a game called 31?
I'm not.
I was taught this game last weekend. That's a badass game. You have face cards. You need to get 3 face cards. Your highest face card, obviously, is an ace, a king, and a queen of 1 suit. That's 31 right there. So all the people you're playing and use poker chips to try to going back and forth, try to get the highest number. And if you were the lowest number of your group, you got to put a poker chip in. That was a fun game. I had fun with that game. All right, Pauline, between 1 and 110.
99.
What is your idea of a perfect vacation? In your opinion?
My opinion. A mountain retreat getaway by a lake with my whole family.
Okay.
Relaxing, campfires, cabin, nice fall time, cool but not cold.
Okay.
Just a getaway family and
When you roast your marshmallows, are they slightly or are they completely burned?
they are as brown as you can get before they turn black.
Okay, I had to have the black. I got to have mine charred. Okay.
I peel mine off and re-roast them and peel them off and re-roast them.
Okay. All right. Enjoy your dinner.
Have good dinner.
Bye.
Enjoy your dinner.
Sorry, guys.
Nope, you're good. Have a good dinner.
I appreciate it.
We will see you guys next Friday. I'm out Monday because I got a board meeting, so I'm not here for trivia. Lee will take over for that, but I'll be back the following Monday. Following Friday.
Amy, it's yours.
See you
What?
guys.
You got trivia Monday.
Oh my goodness.
Or no, wait a minute, Pauline.
My sister is coming in from Seattle. I don't know if I'm going to be here. If I'm going to be,
All right.
she's here for the
Well,
week.
she
so
can
I may not
join
be
us.
here. Yeah,
Tell her to join you. Be your
you haven't seen
partner.
Renee in forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what her
Was she in
plans
the
are.
band?
We're working- What?
Mhm.
Is your sister in the band?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, she was
Okay.
captain of color guard, but she's a year younger than Charla.
And what's
She's-
your last
she's
name?
80
What's your
she's my-
last name?
She's
She is
my
now
age.
What was your
Schaefer.
last name, Pauline? When you were
Gothier.
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 I knew that. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, Renee and I were in the same grade.
Yeah, right. That's right. You and Renee.
Couple of youngsters.
Mm-hmm.
Youngsters.
Yeah, she was co-captain of the color guard. She was flag.
Okay.
She played flute in symphonic.
Nice. All right. Renee Gothier. I have to look. Is she on Facebook?
She's now Renee Schaefer.
Oh. SCH or SH?
I think it's CH.
See?
I don't write it down too often.
I understand. Anyway, okay. I'll see if I can look her up, see if I can put a face to a name.
Yeah.
Anyway, no big deal.
She's about 4 or 5 inches taller than me. She's really pretty. Well, she used to have long dark hair, and I had the blonde hair, and now we kind of flip-flopped.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, now her hair is short and well, the last time I saw her, her hair was short and blonde.
Right. All right.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
All right, get your bingo sheets out for
Hold
the
on,
first
let me
game
get
of bingo.
Facebook here.
Either card or just one or
Just one sheet at a time.
okay.
One sheet at a time. Okay, I'm going to
Yep.
do something here real quick. I'm going to make my own bingo card.
Oh, Lord.
No, it's no big deal.
I forgot to adjust the size. Look how huge it is.
Mine too.
There you go. This is awesome for older people. This is like old people bingo, man. This is great. I can
Yeah.
probably even, I can see it without my glasses. That's big.
Exactly. Yeah, I bought those poker cards the other day. They were large. I'm like, Bill, you're an idiot. But whatever. It is what it is.
I love it. This is great.
You ready?
No, almost.
What?
I'm doing my bingo card on a piece of paper so I can mark them off. I can't mark them on my computer. I wish I could. Actually,
I can't
probably
believe we're
could.
already to Memorial Day weekend.
Isn't it crazy?
When is it? Next
Uh,
weekend?
Next weekend. Yeah. I have so much vacation time built up, Amy, that Lee and I may make a trip up there.
Come visit.
I'd love to do that.
I got
Yeah.
space for you guys.
Are
You can sleep
you
here.
going to have a Memorial weekend party?
No, my daughter's going down to her boyfriend's. So
Okay. Yeah, we'll come up there. Is there a hotel nearby we can just crash?
I have a house.
All
You
right.
stay at their house, Bill.
We don't want to put anybody out. I mean, we could stay there.
Wait a minute.
No, you would
Picture of
never put
Renee.
me out.
It won't.
All right, buddy, I'm ready.
All right. I'm looking for G52.
If I did all this writing and you don't call a number of mine, I'm going to be pissed.
G52. Next number, I-21. I-21. Fred said he was coming on. I don't know where he's at. Okay. Next number is O61. And by the way, it's any direction. Sorry. I should have said that earlier.
Like regular bingo?
Yeah, just regular bingo, any direction.
Regular bingo.
O61. O70.
I'm going to lose. I got nothing.
O70. B8. B8. Next number, N31.
Oh my goodness.
N31.
But special bonus points for having nothing?
Next number, I-26. I-26.
Amy got one.
No, I didn't.
Damn.
We played this on a cruise ship. We were 2 numbers shy of $6,000. Good
Oh,
Lord.
wow.
The people who won it. I mean, the room was packed full of people. I mean, it was intense and competitive.
We won a couple $100.
Next number, N38. N38. Next number, B4.
Or after. Oh, sorry.
B4. Next number, N33. N33. Next number, G54. G54. Next number, B13. B13. Next number, G56.
I still haven't gotten a single one yet.
No.
G56.
I'm serious.
Oh my God.
Next number, everyone's favorite number, O69.
I didn't even get that.
Hey, Beavis. He said 69.
Next number, I30.
Oh, I got my first one.
30.
Yay.
Next number, B2.
Pauline's about to bingo, I bet you.
No,
B2.
still 2 away on 3 different ways.
Yeah, me too.
Next number, I24. I24. Next number, G48. G48. Next number, I16. I16. O64. Is anybody getting close?
I only have 2 numbers.
Wow. Okay, I called out a lot of numbers here. Next number, N42. N42. Next number, I18. I-18. Next number, N-35. N-35. Next number, G-60. G-60. Next number, B9. B9. Next number, I-22. I-22. Next number, G46. G46.
Nothing in the last 10 numbers.
Next number, I-19. I-19. Next number, O-65. O-65. Next number, G57. G57.
Ooh, getting better.
One away.
Next number, B11.
B11. B11. B-E. Oh, sorry. Might be aggressive song.
Next number, G50. Somebody's got to be getting close.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you call a number that I'm one away from it and Pauline also bingos, I'm going to be pissed.
Next number, B6. B6. Next number, O72.
Really? If I used the other card, I would have
72.
bingoed. I used the wrong card.
Next number, N44.
I have that number.
N44. Next number, I28. I28. When we come up to visit, we'll bring the bingo sheets with us and get the whole family to play bingo.
That'd be awesome.
Next number, O66. O66.
All right, everybody's got to be close now. Even
Yeah, somebody's. I mean, I'm running out of numbers here. N39. N39.
I am 2 away 8 different ways and 1 away 1 way.
Next number, O75.
Now I'm 1 away 2 ways.
Yep.
O75.
It's funny if we have the same number.
I know.
Next number, B15. B15.
Hold on, freeze. Pauline, do you have B4 in the upper top P column?
Yep.
Oh, shit. I bet we have the same damn card. Do you have a 70 on the O on the bottom?
Everybody got emailed different card. Nobody should have the same cards. They shouldn't.
I think we have the same card. Anyway, go ahead.
N36. N36. Next number is O62. O62. I can't believe somebody has not won yet.
This is crazy.
Next number, N40.
Jesus, I'm 1 away everywhere.
This is insane.
N40. Next number, B5. Next number, 067. None of you guys are. I mean, I'm running out of numbers
Pauline and
here.
I have the same card, dude. I guarantee it.
Next number, G58. Everybody was emailed different cards. So
I believe you. Maybe I picked a card from an email from before. I don't
know. Next number, N41. Next number, B3. B3.
If Diva ends up winning, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Next number, N37. N37. Next number, 073.
Oh my goodness.
073. Next number, B7.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Bingo. We all got it all at once.
Had to get it. All right.
You had a bingo too, Diva?
Yeah, this
That's
is going to be
crazy.
like a world record moment. This is insane.
I mean, I was running out of numbers. I only had a few more numbers left. All right,
Yep,
League
you have
of
the
your
exact same card as me, Pauline. No, we definitely don't have the same number, same card.
Told you. Everybody
Diva's
got
the only one
emailed
that
different
doesn't have
cards.
the same. But Pauline and I have the same card.
You have the exact same numbers.
Exact same numbers.
Are you
All the way
sure?
down.
Me and Pauline, not
Mine
Diva.
isn't.
Diva's
Mine's
is not.
different.
Diva's different.
Good.
And you can see that she didn't have anything numbers called. Look at her freaking bingo at the top. She's been busy.
Because I take 3
artworking.
sheets and I scan and send to
I
each
believe
individual
you.
person.
No, I believe you. I don't know how it
understand how
happened.
you have the same numbers then.
I don't know.
I've
Let
only
me
been
ask you
sent-
something. Pauline,
Yes.
on your other card,
Yes.
let me give you the 4 corners. You ready?
Yep.
7, 74, and 65.
No.
Good. Okay, so the second card that I have, Bill, is different. Somehow
Oh, that's
one of the
interesting.
cards got slipped in the same.
All right. All right.
No biggie.
All right. Lee, give me your numbers.
But we all 3 freaking bingo. That's funny.
All right, well, Lee,
I mean,
give
I
me
can
your-
understand Pauline and I, obviously, but Diva jumped in there too after such a long wait for the start.
Give me your numbers.
Oh, my numbers are 7, 28, 40, 57.
Hold on. What?
E7.
B7,
Okay.
I28,
I28.
N40,
G57.
57, and O61.
Okay. Amy,
What are
about
yours, Diva?
B3, B11,
Oh,
B9,
it's all B's.
B15.
Nice.
Okay. All right, we can do it again, or we can move on to something else.
We can do another card.
Again.
Let's do one more
again.
card.
All right. Okay. We'll start off with.
Hold on, dude. I got to do the same thing I did before. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'll start off with G54. I-19.
Hold
Basically,
on one
it's
second,
same bingo. Any which way. Doesn't matter. I-19.
What was the first number you called?
G54.
G54.
Okay.
O61. N35. N35. B8. B8. O71. 071. I-26. I-26. B1. B1. N43. N43. G46. G46. B14. B14. G50. G50. O64. O64. N37. N37. I-22. I-22. B11.
E11.
B11.
Sorry, it's B aggressive song comes to my head every time you say B. B11. BE11. Okay, sorry.
G51. G51. Pauline, what I could do is I could email you on Monday a trivia thing for an upcoming week if you just want to use that and play host if you want. But I can just email you the trivia questions if you want. Huh?
You may not be able to do Monday. That's why I'm.
Oh, that's right.
That's
right.
You
Yeah.
do it.
Or I can email Amy the trivia questions that I would use for a future week, and she can just use those. That way, she doesn't have to come up with one.
I like what she comes up with, though. She does a good job.
That's
send them to her, yeah.
Up to her. I mean, I can email it to her. N31. N31. G58. G58. O66. O66.
I have no O's, no B's.
I-20. I-20. N39. N39.
I have all sorts of numbers, but they're not lining up.
G55. G55.
Okay, now we're getting close.
O74. O74.
Does that mean you're one away, Pauline? Mm-hmm.
I-24. I-24. B3.
I thought you already. That was last time.
B3. N33. N33. I-28. I-28. O-68. B5. B5. N40. N40. G48. G48. B9. B9. O-72. Anybody getting close?
Pauline's got 2 away.
Okay.
I've got 2 with 1 away. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you had 2 with 1 away. I have 1, 2, 3 with 2 away. 4.
N45. G60.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Joseph. I-30.
I-30. Oh,
3 different ways.
I-30.
3 different ways now.
Aye, me as well.
O-75.
Oh, that one too.
O-75.
From first O.
B15.
No. Still only have 1 B.
4 ways.
Ach du Lieber. Das ist nicht gut.
O-62.
Oh, 1 war am Morgen.
Yeah, me too.
Nur eins, kommt.
I-17.
27. 34.
G47.
Nein. 47.
B2.
Doch, ich hab das. Oh, nur 1 da. Oh, ja.
And 32. G56.
Hold on. Okay, sorry.
G56. And 41. I-23. G53. Jesus Christ.
This is it, Bill.
N38.
Nope, that's not it. If we all bingo on the same number again.
B6.
Bingo.
No!
Bingo.
All right.
No, what?
All right. You guys don't have the same sheet, do you?
What's your sheet?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right.
I've only been given bingo sheets once, and these are the 2 that I got. This is all. I can't.
When I send them out on Monday, I'm going to make sure they are all separate. Because I take 3, I scan them to send somebody, then I take another 3, and I scan them to somebody else. Interesting.
I only have 2.
I
only have 2 cards.
Yeah, I only had 2.
All right, what are the numbers?
B6. I-30. Pre-space. G50. 072.
There you go.
Ditto.
Well, I F that up. All right.
But it was, I mean, there was like one away, 4 or 5 different
Yeah,
ways.
you guys shouldn't be having the same card. I could have sworn I emailed different cards. Whatever. I will.
It's all good, dude.
I will.
All right. It was still fun.
I'm going to
Yeah,
take these with me.
absolutely.
I'm going to take these with me and make sure that they are separate when I send them to you guys. I will leave this. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And when I finish the SOL testing and the yearbook and the 5th grade slideshow, I've got 5th grade trivia put aside that I'll work on one night.
Okay.
Why do you have a Band-Aid on your arm? What did you do?
Oh, the dog I was walking.
Yeah, see?
Did a little, the leash kind of went one way and I went the other.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were going to tell me. That's another reason with cats. Like, I have friends that come in, they're all scarred up, and I'm like, well, what the hell did you like cat scratch me? What? That cat would die.
This was actually because of a squirrel. A squirrel almost killed me because the squirrel ran in front of the dog.
Dog freak. Yep.
Oh, geez.
No, my sisters had problems with her former dogs that she had. Both of them have gone on to doggy heaven. But one of them was very aggressive against other dogs. And if she even saw another dog, she would, like, the leash. Well, not the leash anymore. I guess she had the whatever it's called. What do you mark your dogs with now? A bridle? Or something like that?
Harness.
Harness. Okay, that's the same thing as a bridle. It's just a harness for the bridle for the whole body. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, she would just go nutso.
This is a let me try to get it there. She's a service dog in training.
Yes.
And
what kind is she?
She's a Labradoodle.
A Labradoodle, because my sister had Wheatons, 2 Wheatons.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were pretty good size. Because a friend of ours had a Wheaton also, which was a smaller dog. Both of Charla's Wheatons were that size, like a Labradoodle kind of size.
Yeah,
and they were pretty good size.
This one is owned by well, she's not really owned, but she's being taken care of by my assistant principal. And she's a service dog in training.
Okay.
So gotcha. She comes to school and she learns to deal with kids and all sorts of stuff. And because my job is a little more flexible, I get to be the dog walker.
Nice. Gotcha. No, I remember my aunt, she got a puppy, a Doberman, and Tasha was her name, and she was way too big for her. She was purebred, but she was way big as far as the
breed.
The standard. Yeah. It was way bigger than the standard, especially for a female. She looked almost like she was bred with a rot. I mean, she was a pretty good sized Doberman. Anyway, she thought she was a person because my aunt was a bus driver and she used to take Tasha everywhere she went. I mean, with everybody, and the kids would pet her and play, and she'd sit up on the chair, on the seat. And yeah, I mean, she thought she was a human being. She would come into the living room when we were all sitting around when my cousin got married. We're all sitting around talking. She walks in, slides over next to the couch, and puts her hind end up on the couch and her legs down on the floor. And she's just following the conversation. I mean, I was waiting for her to go try to talk also.
Join in on the conversation.
Exactly. But she's a trip, dude. She was a strong dog, and she also got into the cat's food, and she'd puncture it with her incisor and suck the food out of the can. So we came home one day and somebody had left open the pantry, and there's like 6 cat food cans laying on the floor, and they looked like full cat food cans. They weren't bent or anything like that. You go to pick them up, they're empty because she'd gone with their tooth and then sucked it out. I don't know how she does that crap, but well. And then Bill's experience. My other aunt had how many? Bill, 21.
Skipper Keys. Yep. I mean that feeding was an experience. That was.
And so
What?
my aunt keeps Skipper Keys. It's a black dog. It's a working.
No, there were
class dog.
17 of them. There were 17 of them, and we watched them all get fed and all go into their crates, and it was an experience.
It was indeed, and we got there right after the vet had been there, and the vet had harvested some
17 dogs,
some sperm from her champion to send it to Kim.
Wow.
I have one that's enough work. So
Those are cute looking.
You know how a vet gets a dog's stuff?
let's move on. Let's move on.
I don't want to know.
Let's move on. Okay. Do you guys want to go back to the in my opinion segment, or do you want to move on to other stuff?
Well, we're at 10 o'clock, Bubba.
We can do one round of, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pauline, 1 to 110.
80.
Do you think the present is better than 50 years ago, and why?
Yes. Although I love 50 years ago.
I would love to go back to the 50s. Oh my God, that would be awesome.
The 50s, but the problem is 50 years ago is with the 60s. So I'd like to go back to the 50s, not the 60s.
Sure.
Yes, because of the advancement of technology and the amount of information at your fingertips, that if you have a question, you can just find it.
Yeah.
However, it is information overload now.
Yep.
And we do not know how to process all that's available to us.
That's correct. That's why there's so much incidence of ADHD and ADD.
The world moves too fast and people can't.
Kids' brains have been conditioned to work super fast, and they don't have the motor skills to keep up with their brain. This was my problem. And it wasn't necessarily, but our age group, we were inundated with TV and things moving fast and things, and our brains have been conditioned. And nowadays, these kids' brains are even more conditioned.
I remember reading an article where I read an article recently where someone was pissed off because it's not fast enough and they want instant. And it was pointed out to them, there's nothing faster than instant. There is nothing faster than instant. It can only move so fast. So, but back in the 60s, it was a much simpler time. Back then, you ride your bike and to your friend's house, and there was only the telephone. It was just a lot simpler back then than it is today.
Go play in the creek and
way. So my mom ran a dinner bell for dinner. If you were there, you ate. If you didn't, shit.
Watch your ears. This is my dinner bell. My dad would walk out on the front porch and whistle really loud, and we knew time to go home.
Yep.
We had a big bell too, and we could go back out after dinner, but when the street lights came on, you better tail it home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you got permission, go play kick the can in the dark. But that had to be
that was so much fun. Amy, 1 to 110.
69.
What was the worst phase of your life?
What was the worst phase of my life?
Yeah, in your opinion. If there is one, I mean, your opinion might not be.
Right now.
Yeah, you know what? No. It was probably when my parents moved when I was in 5th grade. And I went from a small, more of a blue-collar neighborhood over near George Mason to growing up in Middle Ridge, which was much more white-collar. And I went from Green Acres Elementary School over to Oakview. And it was, the behavior of the kids was so different. We went from just like kids being kids to suddenly in 5th grade over at Oakview, it's like everybody's cussing and, the girls are talking about, fooling around with boys. And it was a huge, huge culture shock.
Yeah.
Huge. And I just didn't fit in because I was a very young 5th grader because that's how Green Acres was. We still acted like kids. And then over at Oakview, suddenly it's
right.
Clicks and popularity contests, and it was just insane.
Yeah. I went to pick up Emily the other day, and it was the first time I'd seen this in a long time. And even Emily asked this question. Pulled out of Freedom, there were 2 crashed cars up on the grass, and it was
for prom.
I had not even had anybody talk about Sad and Mad in probably the last 20 years.
Right.
I don't remember people talking about it. Was very big when we were all in high school.
Yeah.
But it just really wasn't mentioned because these kids today don't drink. They don't. I mean, some do, but not like it used to be. These guys don't drink.
Oh, they smoke weed. Crazy.
Well, I mean, maybe vape, but
of weed.
Maybe vape, but they're all on their phones.
Yeah.
That's their addiction today.
They don't They don't interact with each other like.
Yeah, and they're so jaded. We were talking about this earlier, right? About the sex thing and everything like that. They're so jaded that it just doesn't even. They don't flinch. I remember we had a big. Because I was in security, one of my jobs was obviously to make sure and enforce certain rules. Now, as far as girls, what they're wearing, we would refer to a female teacher or something like that to say, hey, you got to do something about what you're wearing. Guys, we didn't do it as the men. But the girls now, and that's what our principal said, we're not going to be enforcing the dress code anymore. The kids don't need to know that. But I'm telling you guys, don't waste your time because it's a losing battle and it's not distracting. The boys don't care what the girls are wearing. Some of them maybe, obviously, but mostly they all wear the same things and the guys don't give a shit. You know?
The best part when we had a girl that was wearing something a little too revealing, too shorter shorts, the blouse, and called the mom in. She was wearing even worse. Yep. How do you tell that to the mom?
Yep. And when you have kids when you have kids that can watch Blair Witch Project, Saw, or It, and it doesn't even phase them. Doesn't even phase them. Like these movies would scare the crap out of me.
You know why? But you know why they didn't phase them, Bill? Because they're watching Saw, but guess what they're doing the entire time the movie's on?
Right.
They're not even looking at the damn movie.
Yeah.
I mean, they're on their phones for 24/7.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, we have up here at the Alamo that you get one warning to not talk on your phone or not doing all that, and where it lights up, or the second time they kick you out, and it's on the screen. We will kick your ass out if you are on your phone texting or talking. We will kick you out.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they do that because it's really annoying when you see all the phones are lighting up. Because people are just not watching the movie. All right, Lee, 1 to 110.
101.
Do you judge a book by its cover?
Sometimes. But not as much as other people, I think. I think I'm better at it than most people. I think I'm better at it than most people because I know a lot of different cultures and how people live in their cultures, and therefore they wear certain clothes because it's the culture they come from. Mm-hmm. And it's just a realization that I had back in my 20s, and I stopped doing that. I was selling cars one time and a guy came in, no one wanted to touch him because he would look like a bum, you know. Mm-hmm. And he bought a car for me, sticker price. I went up and said, "Can I help you, sir?" Because I wasn't even my up, but no one else was approaching him. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a car." He's awesome. This guy had a ton of credit. He bought the car freaking cash. No, he didn't. No, because I made a bunch of money on the back end too. Because he went in with me, I slid him the price. That's what we, do in car sales. You slide him the price of the car, which was the sticker. And he goes, "Okay." I mean, I'd already showed him every feature of the car and it was awesome. And he bought it. Not only that, but it was a demo and he paid full price. I was ready to start haggling. The guy didn't want to haggle. He just said, "Okay, I'll do it." And then I put him in the back, and the guy, my finance manager came out after he closed the deal with him, and he said, "Dude," I told him gave him a payment plan, and he said, "Okay." So you made a bunch of money on the back end too. And I was like, sweet. And then I got in the car and it almost blew up because he said, oh, this car has 5,000 miles on it. I said, yeah, we talked about this already. This is already something that we've gone over. Don't you screw me right now, pal. That's what I was thinking to myself. But no, I said, don't worry. The warranty starts date of purchase. So the warranty starts today. So it has it has a 35,000 mile warranty. That means your car has a 41,000 mile warranty. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, thank God. And then I got cussed out by Benny Salpini, the old salesman. He goes, I haven't ever had somebody buy a full ticket car for me. Damn it, Bailey. No, I said, well, guess what, buddy? You could have asked him if you needed any help when he came in, but you were all running off, judging a book by its cover.
And when you said that, I was actually thinking books.
No.
Yeah. I mean, you can either way. I mean, a book by cover or there's a movie by its cover, a title, and you know.
I try not to, dude. You know what I mean? But if I see some dude and he looks sketchy to me, I am very leery at times. There's been times I've seen people who probably were just freaking normal people, just dressed sketchy, and I wanted to say to him, "Why are you dressed like that? You seem like a very normal person, but you're scaring people."
Right.
Chuck and I have this talk often that the people are not racist and all, but based on experiences, you have that mental, that judging somebody by the cover. But then again, it goes back, well, why? And it's stereotypes.
Yes, ma'am.
People are been exposed to stereotypes, and even though I don't know anything about you, you're dressed this way and I think this. I see you in this situation and I'm going to think that because of stereotypes, what we see in TV and movies.
Yep.
They've taught us this is what a person's like. And what kills me and breaks my heart is kids are trying to be like what they see in the movies. And they don't need to be, because I'm thinking that they are a certain way because they're trying to act like something they're not.
Mm-hmm.
My battery's running low. Hang on.
Yep. Well, we're almost done. No, I agree. Where it's every culture has good people and it has bad people. Every culture, and every culture tends to stay within their own culture. It doesn't matter whether it's American, Chinese, Russian, wherever. They all are used to their own cultures and their own way of doing things. And you just wish people would just see another side and understand that's, where they come from. I have a, I'm not going to talk about this all. I can talk about offline. But no, I can't talk about it online because it's about.
Well, you know what? We can do this after, because right now it's 10:10.
Yeah, it's property I work for. I can't say anything online.
So we can talk about it as soon as we close the shop for the day. Yep. And I think we can do that right now. There's Mark Barber's watching, by the way. Hello, Mark.
What's up, dude?
Our boy, our guy. Speaking of stereotypes.
Come back home.
And sadly, because Mark's one of my best friends, and so I know who Mark is, and I know his family, and I know all that kind of stuff. But I think Mark, he knows this. We've talked about this because I wanted to do a whole thing, Pauline, with the school system. When I was working security, I really wanted to have Mark go with me around and do an audit of security and have him walk up to the door and knock on the door, because he looks sketchy. I hate to say that with him listening, but he knows that. And I want to see if these kids will walk up and open the door for him. You know what I mean? He got no badge, nothing going on. And he's a black man with a bald head and some teeth missing. And if he went up and knocked on the door, if they opened the door, holy crap, dude. You're lucky this guy's an awesome guy and he would never do anything wrong to anybody. But that's not always the case,
Mm-hmm.
And then you got guys like me that can walk up and knock on the door, and I mean, I am the picture of a pedophile as far as my age, race, and everything else. So, if they let me in, then oh man, I could have just snatched that kid right out of school. If they weren't following the procedures and stuff like that. So anyway, and that's what we tried to hammer home. But no one ever wanted to do that, and no one ever wanted to teach and have a whole thing about how not to open doors and all that. And we talk about it, but people still do it, and it was crazy. It's like, why did you open that door for that student? Well, because I knew he was a student. How did you know? Do you know him? No, but I knew he was a student. He's only a teenager. Yeah, so was freaking, what's his name at Columbine, was just a teenager too. So, let's just not be opening the door and make them come through the front door. We have procedures that we have to follow, and they just never, and I'm sure your elementary school Pauline said goodbye. Yeah, anyway, so
you pissed her off. Okay.
All right, I got to go. I got it. We are all going, and I'll be right with you guys as soon as we end the broadcast. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. See ya.
See ya.